What is up, guys? It's the NJB here. I know it's been a while since I made a video, but I really want to make this video and I feel like it will be good for this channel just because I decided to kind of start going on this channel a bit more than I have in the past. So I took down a video about me like closing this channel or whatever, and I just want to say that I'm going to continue to upload just gaming videos on this channel. So here I'm going to talk about my Watch Dogs 3 wish list. I'm just going to talk about things I want to see in Watch Dogs 3 that weren't really done in the previous games, or maybe they were done in the previous games, but they weren't in Watch Dogs 2, and because of that, it kind of leaves me thinking that they might not put in Watch Dogs 3 because maybe something good Watch Dogs 1 had wasn't put in Watch Dogs 2, and it kind of made me frustrated. So I'm going to talk about it, so without any further ado, let's get right into it. So the first thing I want in Watch Dogs 3 are airplanes, helicopters, or any aerial vehicles, because I think that's one thing Watch Dogs is lacking. In Watch Dogs 1 and 2, there's no aerial vehicles for you to take control of. I was about to say I don't think there was one in like in the story mode at all, but I don't remember it completely, but I think you might have been able to control one in Watch Dogs 2. Yeah, I think there was a time when you were able to control it. It's like coming back to me, but I haven't played a campaign in probably like over a year. But overall, when you're just free roaming or playing online, you can't get into an airplane and you can't get into a helicopter. The only helicopters around are the police ones, and it's kind of frustrating. I would like to be able to go on rooftops with that, but we can't do it. They do have it like in GTA, so it would be kind of similar, but I think in an open world game, especially Watch Dogs, when there are like a lot of skyscrapers, and I just think it would be good to have like some aerial vehicles because it would make the game a lot more fun to play and kind of increase the longevity because you can do a lot more stuff with it. And with that, I also think they should include parachutes as well. I think that would be just some nice additions to Watch Dogs that would make it a bit more fun to play and just keep me playing a bit longer than I usually do. The second thing I would like to be in Watch Dogs 3, which was in Watch Dogs 1, but they didn't move it on to Watch Dogs 2, and that is I want to be able to access my full arsenal of weapons like all the time. When I'm playing a multiplayer match, like online description, I don't remember what they like all the ones they had in Watch Dogs 2, but basically those modes where you just fight other players. I would like it to be more like Watch Dogs 1, where you have like a set class and you can only use 2 weapons and just limited hacking abilities. I mean, that would be good for like those online modes, but for free roam and playing offline just by yourself, I want to be able to access all my weapons. And that's one thing I really liked about Watch Dogs 1, is because I can just choose all my weapons, and it really felt cool. Kind of made me feel like a super soldier, and there's no need for like it being like them worrying about it being overpowered, because like I'm not playing against another player using my full arsenal of weapons. Like only if they go in and try to hack me, but it wasn't really a problem to me in Watch Dogs 1. In fact, to me, I felt hacking was so easy. When I just had people, I just keep running them over to mess with them. But putting that aside, it wasn't a problem with me, because I don't even think you can really damage opponents anyway. Only the person you're hacking can hurt you, but you should be a bit smarter so that doesn't happen. I really think that you should be able to access your full arsenal of weapons, and when you're going against other like players in online, then they can have like set weapon classes or only allow you to choose like 2 of your weapons and no overpowered weapons at that. So it's kind of frustrating in Watch Dogs 2 when some people would use that sniper that's a one-hit kill. I mean, to me, that's a bit frustrating and it's kind of annoying in multiplayer. So I prefer if they had just loadouts and allow you to use your whole arsenal of weapons, like when you're playing online. I mean, when you're just playing free roam, offline, all that stuff. The next thing I'd want them to have in Watch Dogs 3, it isn't necessarily like a feature, but it's kind of something with the game, and that is the frame rate. In Watch Dogs 1 and 2, the frame rate is pretty bad. If there's a lot of stuff happening on screen in Watch Dogs 1, you see the frame rate drop. You'll see like it looks like it's lagging when it's really not. This usually happens when basically like a lot of stuff's happening on screen. It happens a lot in free roam. I remember it happened when I was playing with some guys. Everyone kept blowing up stuff, crashing stuff. There were lots of police in the area, and the frame rate would just drop. And the game wouldn't crash or anything, but the frame rate would just drop. Watch Dogs 2, same thing. Lots of police. Like if you're getting chased by a lot of police and there are a lot of cops on screen, then it's gonna happen. And sometimes it's just kind of frustrating. So I would prefer if they just moved up the frame rate, especially because we have the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X. And I'm pretty sure with the Xbox One X they could get to 4K 60 FPS because the console is very capable. It just depends how much Ubisoft is willing to have Watch Dogs perform on that console. So I would like that in console. I think it just adds to the immersion of the game and just makes it a much more fluid experience, kind of like Call of Duty or Battlefield is now. So the next thing I would like in Watch Dogs 3 is something that was in Watch Dogs 1, but once again, it's not put in Watch Dogs 2, and that is focus mode. So personally, I just like having focus mode just because it made me feel, I guess, kind of cool while playing Watch Dogs. But I really like just being able to slow down time, kind of think of what you have to do. Also, look kind of cool if you're like driving and you're like in a tight spot and you just wanted to like go between two cars. And yeah, I just really thought it was like a cool addition to Watch Dogs. I know in Watch Dogs 2 we had kind of like a sonar, it was like kind of like an electronic one, and that's cool too. So I like both of those. I know the sonar works good like both like in a mission or like online. So in focus mode you can only use like offline, and it also would help like if you wanted to know if you were hacked, if you use focus mode, it wouldn't slow everything down if someone else was in your game, because obviously you can't slow down another player. So that was one way to know if you were being hacked at that moment. But I think it would be a nice addition in Watch Dogs 3. I do like the sonar mode too, but I don't know. I feel like there could be a way for them to have both in the game, and I don't think it's overpowered because you can use like both. I mean, you can only use one of them like offline and online. You can only use focus mode like offline. So I think it would be a cool addition. I really liked using it. Just made me feel kind of more like a good vigilante, I guess, in the game. And yeah, so that's another thing I would have wanted them to add. The next thing I would like them to add is the suppressed pistol. Once again, another thing in Watch Dogs 1 that I liked. It's kind of like a small thing, but then again, these are my personal opinions. So I did like using the suppressed pistol in Watch Dogs 1. I like that it was your go-to, and I just prefer that over the taser in Watch Dogs 2. I mean, I would like them to still have the taser, but in Watch Dogs 2, it's kind of annoying that you have to tase some people, and you have to upgrade it to tase like people who are wearing more armor. And I just prefer like being able just to one-shot people in the head and they're done, and you don't have to worry about them getting back up again. And plus in Watch Dogs 2, once you tase someone and they get back up, then they're gonna know they were tased, they're gonna alert everyone else to start searching the area, and it's just kind of annoying. So I prefer if we had the suppressed pistol like right from the get-go. I would like them to still have the taser in, but I think the default option should be the pistol. I mean, that's just my personal opinion. So that's just another thing I wanted to add. Alright guys, so this video is turning out a bit longer than I thought it was going to be. I didn't want to have like 10 things I wanted in Watch Dogs 3, but in this video I'm just going to leave it at just 5. And yeah, so I didn't want to make this video like 17 minutes long because that's how long it was originally, but I decided to split it into 2 parts. So I'm going to have the second part, I'm going to work on that. I'm probably going to upload it probably like a day or 2 right after this part, but basically that's just what I wanted to say. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. It's been NJB, and just tell me what you guys think about the video. Do you guys agree? Do you disagree? Or are there things that you want to add as well? Remember, I am going to have the second part, and it does have some more stuff that I'm going to talk about. And as you can see, a lot of the stuff I'm talking about, they're not like huge game-breaking things. They're just like some casual things I really would like to see in like open world games that really make the game fun and make me want to keep playing it. Because I don't recall if I said this already, but I like Watch Dogs 1 a lot more than Watch Dogs 2. Just because when I play the game, it's just more fun to me. That's just my opinion on it. But either way, I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers, mates.